Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a tutorial on this eye look right here, and for this one I use the new Anastasia Riviera palette, which is this one right here. So this is what the shades look like inside the palette. I'll just turn around that way. So there we have it. As you can see, it's quite a bright palette. I'm really loving the shade selection in the palette. So there is mattes, there's like shimmer metallics with some duochromes and some pressed pigments in this palette. So this shade, and this shade are the three pressed pigments in the palette. The rest, as you can see, the top row are, well, from here to here are metallic duochrome shimmers, and then here we have some mattes. This is a matte as well, and this is also a matte here. So I really wanted to use this palette again to see how some of the other shades would go in it, because the last look that I did with this palette, I used the pressed pigments, which weren't really the best, but the eye look that I did turned out really nice in the end. Now for this look that I did, I tried something a little bit different because I done a cut crease, which of course I've done before, but I actually applied, you know, like a shadow right the way along the crease, if you can see that right there, which I'm absolutely loving. I love how this eye look turned out. So if you want to see how I got this look, then let's just go ahead and we'll get started. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to pick up is the shade Sales, and I'm going to apply that under my brow bone. Okay, so I'm now going to pick up the shade Palm, and using my Morphe M506 brush, I'm just going to apply this like slightly higher up than my crease, sort of like a transitional shade. So like sort of just right here. And I'm going to sweep that out quite far. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Pomade, and I'm just going to slightly tidy up this, the edges of this brown bit. So what I'm going to do is just kind of cut it so it's nice and straight, just right here. Okay, so I'm now going to take the shade Monte Carlo. I'm just going to apply this right here, just where we cut the crease, just right at the very outer edge. Okay, so I'm now going to pick up the shade Palermo, and I'm going to apply this with my Morphe Jaclyn GH41 brush, and I'm going to apply that right next to where I ended, you know, the Monte Carlo shade. So just right here, and I'm going to take it in a little bit, you know. This shade is super pigmented, like absolutely amazing. So my brush is actually dry. Yeah, I want to apply all these shades dry to see how they perform, but right now this one is absolutely amazing, super pigmented for a shimmer. Like normally with shimmery shades you need to like use your, it's like a metallic shimmer. Normally you have to use like your finger. For these, like the pigment really stand out, but I'm really surprised at how well the pigment stands out even with just the brush. Okay, so I just cleaned and dried off my Morphe GH41 brush, and I'm now going to go in with the shade Yacht. I'm going to pick this shade up right here. So I'm going to pick this shade up, and I'm just going to apply that in the inner corner part. So I'm going to drag it slightly over that Palermo shade just so it blends nicely. Okay, so I'm going to pick up some more of that Yacht shade on my BH Cosmetics 106 brush, and this is kind of like a little defined pencil brush. Like it's not as thick as a pencil brush, let me just show you. Like it's not as bushy, it's a little bit smaller, as you can see there. It's not as bushy. So I'm going to use that because I'm actually going to take some of that yacht shade that I used, and I'm going to actually drag that right the way along where I cut the crease sort of thing. So I'll just start doing it and you'll get what I mean. So I'm taking the shade right on the tip of the brush, so I'm just dipping it into the pan like that, right on the tip of the brush. So there you can see what I've done right there. I think that looks really cool actually. Really liking that. There's not much fallout from these shades compared to the pressed pigments I used in my last tutorial. So that's really good, you know, like there's not much mess going on whatsoever. There's a bit here obviously, but not that much. So what I'm going to do now is just clean up the fallout and apply some wing liner. I'm going to use the Kat Von D tattoo liner for that. And then I'm going to apply the rest of my face makeup. I'm going to come back and do like my lower lash line and my inner corner in that. Okay guys, so I've applied my wing liner and my face makeup. And now I'm going to move on to my lower lash line. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the shade Monte Carlo, and on my BH Cosmetics pencil brush I'm going to just run that along my lower lash line. So I'm just mimicking the top eye really, so I'm just concentrating the Monte Carlo shade on the outer corner, just dragging it in slightly. Then on my Sigma E30 brush I'm going to pick up the shade Palermo, which is this one here. I'm just going to pick up the yacht shade again, and I'm going to just apply that just right here. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of the Sales shade and I'm going to actually apply that to my inner corner. So this is just going to brighten up that area. So just right here, because I'm going to go in with another shade on top to make the inner corner really pop. That's just going to cover up the darkness in the inner corner there, because I haven't like primed or concealed my eyes, you know, beforehand, you know, so I still get a little bit of darkness in there. Okay, so I'm just going to get into the Morphe 35G palette, and I'm just going to use this shade at the top here, which is called Glare, and I'm just going to pop that into my inner corner, and that will really make it pop. Okay, so I just went with nude in my waterline, and then now I'm going to apply mascara, and the mascara I'm going to use is the Revolution, the Mascara Revolution. Okay, now to finish off the eye look and set the makeup in place, I'm going to use the new Anastasia Dewy Setting Spray. I've been really liking this actually, it's really refreshing on the skin. Just going to spray this. Okay guys, so that is it for this eye look, and in case you're wondering, on my lips is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, which is that shade right there. Such a pretty shade, I love this, it's so comfortable to wear as well. Goes really nicely with this eye, so yeah, that's what's on my lips. I am really loving this eye look, I think it is gorgeous. It's something a bit different for me because I've never done a cut crease before with like, you know, like I've done cut creases before but never with like a shadow going right the way along, so I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Like I'm really loving it, and the shadows that I used for this look were absolutely amazing. Like there was no patchiness whatsoever from the matte Monte Carlo shade that I used there. Like that was amazing for like just right here at the outer corner. That was super pigmented, went on lovely, not patchy whatsoever, because like you see from my last tutorial where I used the Bahamas and the Cannes shade, like these two shades right here, they were like super patchy. But yeah, like when I applied the Monte Carlo one, that is just a standard matte one, that was really nice. The Bahamas and Cannes one are more pressed pigments, so they are a bit different in formula. But yeah, the shimmer shades that I used here were absolutely amazing as well. So I used the Palermo shade, which was gorgeous, very pigmented, just using like a brush, because normally you have to use your finger to let like metallic shimmers stand out, but that one went on lovely just with a brush. And the yacht shade is amazing as well. Like I love this colour in there, I think it's gorgeous. It's kind of like an antique gold shade, you know, it's not too gold, not too in your face, it's a more toned down kind of gold shade, like a rustic gold, which is gorgeous. Like, I really do love that shade. I'm really impressed with the shades that I used for this eye look, and now I'm starting to really like this palette now. So yeah, that is the end of this eye look, and I really hope you like this one. Let me know what you think about it down below in the comment section, and also let me know if you would like to see some more tutorials using this palette, because right now I'm starting to really like it and I love how this one has turned out. So yeah, I will leave my other tutorial using this palette in case you haven't seen it yet, just up here and at the top here, so you can click on that and watch it. That tutorial I used 2 of the pressed pigments in it. Oh, and actually I used one of the pressed pigments, I believe it's one of the pressed pigments, this one here, Palm. I used that in today's tutorial and that went on really nicely. Like, there wasn't any patchiness from that whatsoever, which I'm really surprised about, because I really thought that that was going to go really patchy like the Bahamas in the can shade. Like, I don't know if it was maybe the brush that I used, because what was the brush I used? This one here. It was the Morphe M506 brush that I used, so I don't know if it's maybe something to do with the bristles in this, you know, that I applied it better. I don't know, but that went on really nicely. It's that brown shade just right there, Palm, and I don't know, it went on really nicely compared to like the Bahamas and the can shade. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it went on really nicely, which I'm glad about. So yeah, that is it for this video. I really hope you liked and enjoyed this little eye look. If you enjoyed the video, then give it the big thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button just down below if you are brand new to my channel, and I will speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye! Mwah.